three! 1, 2, 3, family!
Ready to compete. Ready, Ward. Yeah. Blue. Ready. Hit. Good. Lower.
Gavin, go to the other side. Let's try this over here.
We say bring it up, jog over here and be excited to go in and bring it up. Understood?
Yes, sir. I can remember the very first conversation we had sitting in this locker room, and it was a conversation about love. And we started talking about different teams that we play on our schedule, and that if we're going to be successful, we're not going to be built around hating other people or disliking other teams. We're going to be built more around strengthening a bond of relationships and love and just learning to respect one another.
Put out 2 iPads. I didn't know if you grabbed anybody to film or not.
It's not about you, you know. At the end of the day, you do what's best for the team. We like to refer to one of our acronyms, CHOP.
What do we talk about with CHOP? What does CHOP mean? What's the C stand for? Compete. You're competing against each other. You're competing with yourself. What's the C? Compete. Compete, right? We're trying to compete to earn spots.
It's compete in harmony and getting 1% better. We get 1% better, we compete in harmony, we get after it, we compete with our boys, you know. But, you know, it's competition, hard work, you know, team before yourself. So that's kind of what it is.
Outside leverage up, you got a safety behind you. Safety, obviously, you guys got to make them look good. Is that clear on everybody?
I would say that football's secondary to everything. You know, the old cliche about, you know, making these guys into men and husbands and good people comes first, and the football part takes care of the rest. I think, you know, a lot of guys like us, you know, a lot of people know about X's and O's. I think what separates one program from the next is the culture and the background. I mean, I think we excel at that culture stuff more so than we do the X's and the O's.
Good. Arms and legs are moving together. Lots of power. Good.
It's almost finding a mutual common goal. You know, football makes it easy. We all want to win. He signed up to win with you. So you guys have to find some mutual respect in one another, find some common ground, and find a way to accomplish that goal together. You know, it's funny, I actually get the feelings the night before. I can't sleep. I don't think I took a bath in 10 years, but I took one last night just to try and relax, because you just start contemplating everything about getting ready for practice, what you're going to talk to your players about, everything you're going to experience in the morning. And sometimes you kind of contemplate, is it even worth going to sleep, just because you feel like you have so much to do and so much to think about. So in the morning when I'm driving there, you just have a million things running through your mind. You know, you have a staff meeting in 20 minutes. What are you going to say to your staff? You've got 120 kids coming in. You can't anticipate what questions they're going to ask, or forgot something, or just making sure you're prepared for everybody to practice safely and ready to go. So, I mean, I think we have 17 practices before we play Findlay. So you constantly have that sense of urgency in your mind of, all right, if we have this much time, are we going to be prepared? So you're just constantly evaluating. You don't want to miss anything while you have that limited window of time with the kids at practice. It's funny because, like, right now with just the way things get delivered and go, you never know when you're going to get something. So you get a football or a helmet. You don't have anywhere to put it yet, but you're like just so excited to get it. You're wanting to use anything and everything right now.
He's like 2 foot tall.
Yeah.
Hey, who's on Augs? Don't play like you don't know who's that.
Coming down, do that. Coming down, do that. Coming down, do that. Coming down, do that. You don't really want no smoke. You ain't trying to come down, do that. You don't really want no smoke. You don't want me coming down, do that.
Oh, that first week of early mornings, I mean, I'll be lying if I said it was hard. They're like, thinking about stuff rather than doing than waking up at 5 a.m.
Hey, early mornings, I'll be honest, you gotta really want it. Like, it's nothing, you know, you're not gonna wake up every day motivated to go do it. It's about the discipline, the commitment.
Then I realized, like, it's for a greater purpose than just you at that moment. Like, I know it's hard waking up at 5, but we put the side of things, like, it's not just all about us, it's about our team, it's about the Friday night, it's about those connections, and that's the best way to do it.
You gotta want it. You gotta make sure that you instill that in your young guys, and not only, you know, instill that in yourself. Like, you gotta want it. You gotta be able to get up 6 a.m., 5 a.m., whatever it is, and go grab it. Because the goal is bigger than yourself. At the end of the day, we're trying to win a chip. So regardless of how you feel, you gotta come to practice. You gotta get after it. You gotta go hard.
Come on, Carp. Come on, Carp. Come on, finish. Come on, finish, Carp. Come on.
I feel like if you want to create a bond with kids, you have to put them through some adversity. And just getting your head up off a pillow at 5 a.m. is very difficult. And I think when we promote who else does this, and you can't really name 2 other teams or people that do it, I think it just creates that little bit of an extra edge of, you know, they feel like they've done something important and they did it together.
Looking at depth-wise at the corner, I'm good with 1 and 2, but after that, it's like...
Bryce, did you use your finger tattooed? Oh, it looks like a tattoo. Your wedding ring looks like a tattoo.
No.
I was just, it must be 6 a.m. eyes. I was like, did Bryce get his finger tattooed?
No, I'm not that cool.
All right. Sorry, my random thought, 6 a.m.
Yeah.
Anytime we move a kid, it's a positive thing. I know sometimes kids, my own son's playing 7th grade football, right? And he thinks I'm playing this position. Like, I have to beat into his head, no, you're gonna play what your coach asks you to play. Like, obviously these kids put themselves where they are most interested, but just keep that in mind when we move them. Like, just make it this is what we think's best for you, right, and for the team. So I think Kirby should go to safety. I talked to you about that, Bryce. He came to linebacker because I thought it'd be a better fit. It might be a better fit down the road, but that kid is fast. He's not gonna be afraid to hit. I think I weighed him in at 161 pounds. I'm not saying you can't play linebacker at that. I'm just saying we need some strong safety depth. I think he'd be a good fit there. I'm going to have you go with the safeties today.
All right.
All right?
Yeah.
I know you played safety last year.
Yeah.
I know you came with linebackers. You did nothing wrong at linebacker. It's all compliment to, we need more depth at safety, and you can fly. Like, you can run. We love your burst. So I want you to go with Coach Graven as safeties today.
All right, sounds good.
All right?
Yeah.
All right. We're going to leave Cadence at Bandit. I think if we put Luke at Mike for right now and put him at Bandit and see what that looks like, just depth-wise, obviously, I feel like he's one of our best 11 athletes. He's obviously, after the lift-a-thon, our strongest athlete, second strongest athlete.
What, what's up?
Am I moving back or am I staying?
At Bandit, you're going to Bandit. Middle linebacker, outside linebacker.
Do I have more room to open?
Show off those hips. Hey, stay at Bandit for now. All right?
Mason?
Yeah, cross.
Yeah. I'm going to try and put him in a small. He is the smallest head I've ever seen in a kid.
Really?
It's incredible. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, Carter, press him. There you go, Carter. Let's go, baby. Let's go, Carter. Yup. Yup. Oh. You're going to be called out on film. Being called out is because we want to call you up. All right, what I mean by that is we're trying to elevate your play. All right? We're not here to criticize you. Nothing is going to be said that's negative. Everything that's said is intended to teach. We want you to fail. The hard part about football is failure gets put on film. Justin, we got to talk a lot about insight. That session's got to get better. And we got to figure out how we're going to organize our personnel. Like, even, we almost have to do double team drills for an hour. Like, because some of our double teams, our kids are leaving for the second level before they even get their hips together on the first. Guys, Coach Foltz and I talked, we have to be more physical with the double team. Way more physical. Guys holding the pads, we have to be way more physical. This intensity level right here has to pick up. Look at this note right here. Everybody read it. That's our biggest problem right now with double teams. I took a circle and put it around Blake at, I think, team, and I just put 1,000 times yes, again and again and again, because he is, but you watch Blake, and then you watch Gabe, they're going at it.
Like, and they're going to get better because of it.
Watch this rep between these two. You think, if I'm a teammate and I watch that, do you think Gabe wants to play? Yeah? Do you think Blake wants to play? Yeah? Is there some intensity with the bag in there? Yes. 1,000 times. Yes. That's how you guys get noticed on film. That was the only note on there. 1,000 times, yes. I love it. That's what we want every single time. This is my critique on film. I can't do that. I cannot. That's the surrender cobra. If you guys watch ESPN, something bad happens in college football, and they all do this. They call it the surrender cobra, right? I can't do that. I have to fix that. I have to show good body language all the time. You guys can't see me do that.
Yes,
and I want you guys driving this thing to the ground. Okay, so if I'm right here, I'm here, and drive it for 5.
Oh yeah, coach.
I only did that because the camera was on. That's it. I'm just playing. All right, so listen.
Coach Brungard is one of the most authentic dudes ever. Everything he does he has a purpose behind it. And to me, being genuine is one of the most important qualities a human can have. I mean, the dude, you know, as you said, he doesn't swear, no cussing, no fussing, none of that. You know, he's a class act, you know.
Here.
And I respect that, you know.
So right here in this big gap.
Players represent their head coaches, but vice versa, head coaches represent their players. And you want a classy guy like that to represent you. You don't want a guy on the sidelines throwing his clipboard in the air, freaking out, doing all the extra stuff. You want a guy, you know, calm, cool, collected. That's how I feel about Coach Brungard.
Cloudy, clear. Take the clear window, right? Okay, everybody ready? All right, here we go. Guys, you're doing 3 reps. Next group's up. Here we go. On hit. Ready. Hit.
I feel like he teaches the right way. Like I said, like screaming and yelling at people, like I don't think that's the best way to go at it. Sometimes you need a little bit of motivation, but I think Coach Brungard does it perfectly. Like it helps me understand stuff easily, and it helps me just want to have more energy and get going in practice.
I need an inhaler.
Good. You need an inhaler.
I ain't got asthma.
You might need to get that checked out.
You know, I've been here, I think this is my 20th year coaching football, and I haven't been here the whole time, but I was here for a long time, and a lot of people ask me, what's different. I think a lot of things that set us aside, those, like I said, is that culture piece. You know, and again, I think X's and O's, we can all study X's and O's, but it's that relationship piece. I would tell you that as a coach, I'd never really told a player that I loved him until I started coaching for Andy.
Wait, go. Good rally. Good. Good rally, D.
I think my very first year here, you know, you transition as an assistant to being a head coach. My very first year here, I felt, I don't know, I didn't like myself. I felt like I was being so demanding, and so I had certain standards that, you know, our coaching staff really wanted everybody to follow. I felt like I was disconnected from the players. Like I didn't have that personal relationship. And I feel like now I've gotten to the point where I make an intentional effort of I want to know every kid as much as I can possibly know them. So I take time to intentionally be around different position groups, because to me, if I can't relate to kids, if I can't know kids, if we don't know who they are, then, I mean, this isn't worth it then. So for me, it's just trying to make a more personal connection rather than isolating myself as a head coach.
Oh! Oh!
We do book studies during the summer, and we don't just have kids read books. We talk about them. We talk about chapters in the book. We bring up specific passages in those books.
So for us, we kind of decided as sophomores, they read Chop Wood, Carry Water. As juniors, they read Make Your Bed. And then as seniors, they read Power of a Positive Team. And we kind of trying to brace that around sophomores. We want them to understand your only initial job is to chop wood and carry water. You might not necessarily get a ton of reps right now or a ton of attention in drills, but right now we might need you to literally just be here, be involved, and do whatever needs to be done for the team. And that theme kind of flows for each grade level with each book. So throughout the season, even two-a-days, I like to quote a lot of what those books say, hoping that it kind of resonates and hits home a little bit more, like I read that, I heard that, and then being able to put that into practice.
Do you know where the playbook is?
Yes, sir.
Do you know how to access it?
Yes, sir.
That's that putting in the extra time. Greatness doesn't choose a few choose greatness.
Hey, more energy tomorrow, bro. Don't.
Hey, family on 3!
1, 2, 3, family.
You don't listen like Jason Aldean to get pumped up?
Can't do that.
Why? Who's your favorite country singer?
What?
Who's your favorite country singer? Who?
Morgan Wallen.
Morgan Wallen? Never heard of him. You've heard of him? Yeah, I never heard of him. I've never heard of him. Camera's literally watching you. I can ask for footage. Right, Joe? So as your step, crossover, plant, if that crossing route, if that splitter is not there between two safeties, that means on that hitch you know you're throwing that comeback.
Money, I don't know nothing. I just see you saying walk through the Coney. I be with women. My body comes over.
Everything should be crisper than last week, right?
Sir.
Corrected a lot on film, we corrected a lot in practice. Spacing, right? Defined routes, having a point of break. Okay, and then let's your shoulders, but not your feet. Yes, move your feet with your shoulders. Hey, back to the 40.
During all the off season, I threw with Brun Guard like at least like 3 times a week to get my throwing mechanics down. Honestly, at the beginning of the year, or at least my freshman year, my throwing mechanics weren't very good. I couldn't go to camps because of it. Yeah, and footwork, I've gotten a lot better. Ready, 40, so go. Oh, I misread it. Yeah.
I knew Grant would be ready this summer. He threw an interception, and I walked over to say something to him, to ask him, you know, what'd you see? And he actually gave me the hold on, which at first you're kind of like, don't tell me to hold on. But he told me to hold on because he jogged out to the receiver and said, that's my fault, I won't do that again. Then he jogged over to the offensive line and said, hey guys, I'm gonna get that fixed. I'm not gonna throw another interception. For me to have that kind of poise as a sophomore, and then he said, all right, coach, I'm ready to talk. Like that kind of took me back for a minute because his maturity is beyond what a sophomore is. Because you look at him in helmets and shoulder pads, he looks like a senior. He's physically ready to do it. But to watch him kind of take that course of action to let everybody know, I'm not gonna do that again, I'm gonna fix it, well, that's when I kind of knew he was ready.
40, so go. You know, a lot of people call me a run-first quarterback, which I don't mind. I like to use my legs. It's fun. But with all the work we've done in the off-season, I'd like to throw the ball a lot more. I hope our game plan starts off with us running, and then when defenses start closing in on that, we start throwing the ball over the top.
Appreciate it. Yeah, this was good. Yep, absolutely. Guys, get a break. Don't be lazy. Pick up everything over here on the sideline.
Good competition today. I love it. Hey, here we go. Family on 3. 1, 2, 3, family. Ready to compete. Ready?
Yeah, just gets our anger out of it.
Go.
It's indescribable. I mean, you know, it's the woman that gave birth to you, you know, coming out, running routes, you know, catching passes, throwing the football, slamming you on the ground, you know, which is, you know, not always the most comfortable position, but it's awesome. Be coachable. Yep, come on. But, you know, mom's night, It's one of the most, it's one of our good nights. Like we usually a lot of the community pops out and watches that. It is a lot of fun. We get after it and you know, all smiles here and there. So.
He's got to tackle it. Go. There you go. It's fun. Like me and my mom, like there's no, like we're not gonna do that anywhere else besides football. So it's definitely an experience, and I'm kind of sad it's gonna come to an end. This is my last year, so I just made the most of it. Wow. That was actually nice job, actually. Better than last time.
I think it's more exciting for the boys than it is for the moms. But I will say this year Brungar took it easy on us because we had to do suicides last year. This year we didn't, and I only got to tackle my son once and not twice. But it is fun. It's a great way for him to bring in the community and all the parents and the kids, and it's fun.
You know, having a mom's practice for me is just giving kids an opportunity to bond with their parents. I think a lot of times as parents we drop our kids off at practice and we drive away, and sometimes we're not really sure what goes on. And I think in regards to having our moms come out, you know, football's not a sport right now that's played by a lot of women. So it's giving them an opportunity to go out and go through drills and spend time with their sons and kind of have that moment to realize, okay, this is what they do when they go to practice.
How was it, Mom? Good?
Yes.
Better than last year?
Practice and knowing what to expect of us.
That's good.
I want to know who their parents are. I want to build that relationship and just continue to have trust back and forth between the parents and us and what we do on a regular basis.
All good.
I'm glad you're rolling on that.
Bro, it's getting closer. No, it's a horsefly. Oh yeah, hold up. Can we move over? Not mine, it moved.
Where's it at, man?
Right here.
Come on.
Oh, it's close. All right, it moved away. All right, I just get scared sometimes. Yeah, I got stung by one in Tennessee, and it was, ooh, got bit actually, not stung. All right, I'm nervous. Let's go.
We in the kitchen making fried chicken. Ain't KFC, but you know it's finger licking.
Okay, something slight. It sounds slight.
Well, I'm like a class clown, you know, I'm just funny, so I just started making jokes. They liked them.
Got him. I got both of them. I got both of them. Hit the flip. That's on the news, boy. We got him. We got him, city boys.
My personality's like, I'll say like a Kevin Hart, but taller. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just like to make jokes. I like to like dance. Cause when I hear that music, I just feel, I get groovy, you know? So when I have to like put that out and focus, I focus. But right when the music comes back on, it's a different story.
When he transferred in from Sylvania, I know that he came in with just some history that he had a hard time dealing with. And those are the kind of kids that you love to play football because you want to help them through whatever they're going through in life. So as I've gotten to know Cadence's life story, as I've gotten to know, you know, him wanting to be a teacher as a profession and just the energy that he brings to any building or room or group of people that he's with, he's just an awesome kid that you want to be able to love and help in any way that you can.
When I was in the 5th grade, I moved in with my mom. So not having a dad really, it put me into like make fun of me so other people couldn't.
Oh my God, get a pick. We need a pick. Let's go. Need a pick. We need a pick. Need a pick. Need a pick.
Crazy story. I lived with them all my life until about 5th grade. I moved out of All Saints Catholic School in Rossford. And then my mom got custody of me because my dad wasn't a good person in my life, and I realized that. And then we didn't talk. He came in my life 8th grade year. He came to my football games. I was playing on this field 8th grade year. He was standing over here. I just looked at him, like mid-play, just looked at him. I'm like, what is you doing? Like, what are you doing here? And then after the game, I was like talking to my mom and stuff, and she knew I was upset about it, but I just blocked that out. And then freshman year, he tried to come back in my life. We had meetings with them, didn't really like it. And then found out I have a little sister. And having her grow up with my dad hurts me, really hurts me, because I know she's just gonna go through the pain that I went through. You know, it's just adversity. You know, I have all the coaches treat me like a son. I treat them like a dad. Talk back too, so. But my mom, she's my people's for real. My grandpa been a big part of my life. My whole family, man.
This past year I got hired as the dean of students at the high school. And I feel like I spent more time with him than anybody. And I don't mean that in a bad way. I mean, it gave me the opportunity to greet him in the morning when he comes in off the bus, to check in with him in first period, to talk about what it looks like to play at the collegiate level, and then even just to get to know him on a personal level.
Where does it hurt?
Like on my jaw, like the jaw.
Is that
like,
your personal helmet?
Yeah.
Okay. On your jaw?
Yeah.
It was because you got big chubby cheeks.
Bro, come on. Well, he's like a dad to me. He gets on me. We have conversations outside of football. One time, he yelled at me because I didn't get a play. And I was like, and then he called my brother and was like, can you put Cadence on the phone? I talked to him. We talked for about 15, 20 minutes, just talking about how he felt bad because he was on me too hard, blah, blah, blah. I was like, no, it's good. I need that. You know, we just have good conversations, you know, just a father figure in my life.
I know you love Joe Caswell. What has he meant to this program?
You watch him outside of football and the amount of time that he puts in running hills, lifting weights, and he's like the ultimate teammate. You know, he's on the sidelines that sophomore year knowing he should get some more reps if he was a little bit healthier and had a little more time to prepare. And he's just pumping everybody up. He's encouraging everybody on the sidelines. And he comes out as a junior, and you can see it as a coach, like this kid's gonna take off.
Definitely as a senior, I had to be a leader. I had to do things, and then I had to help other people that are not getting it or not understanding stuff. Like I had to be the role model. People had to watch me, and then they had to do it themselves, because as a senior, you got a lot more responsibilities, and I just got to be the guy that they can trust and look up to.
He's like the epitome of Anthony Wayne football. Like he's humble, he's hardworking. And as a coach, you don't want to take those kids for granted. You know what I mean? You want to celebrate the time you have with those kind of kids. And one thing I realized about Jack is his intensity level is on a whole nother level than other people. And I didn't realize it until I walked up and heard him talking to someone last year, and it kind of took me back. Because he's gonna hold you accountable, and to have him as a senior who understands what hard work is and maintaining that level through 3 sports, he's one of those players you're blessed to have in your program, and you're grateful that he's holding everybody else accountable.
All right, so we're headed to my house. Got a barn there with some steer in it. We got to feed the cows. Basically just give them some hay and some corn. So I grew up, and I used to show in the Lucas County Fair. I used to show steer, and so I grew up around it and around those type of people. Obviously that, you know, hardworking people that are farming and have animals. So I'm used to it. I think it's great to be around, and I think it's provided a pretty good work ethic. I had probably like 2 that I named, and one of them I got more attached to, and yeah, you learn the lesson not to name them, because then you get attached, and then, you know.
You look at Jack, and I don't think you realize that Jack is a 3-sport athlete, and then on top of that, he was a first-team all-conference in every sport. I mean, he's first-team all-conference in baseball, football, and wrestling, and then he's also taking care of animals at home, and he's also got a good GPA. You know, and he's an incredible teammate. Those are special kids. Like, those are kids you're just blessed to coach, because you just ask yourself, how are they doing all this?
You get people that are just like so amazed that I have steer. They're like, dude, come on, let me see him. Let me go see him. And like, I'll have a friend over, and they want to come back here so bad. So it's pretty cool. But to me, it's like I grew up, and I'm like, what's so cool about him, you know?
If we get a little better every day, we can hopefully be excellent with some high standards by the time we get to Finland. Everybody understand what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
That's the best compliment I can give you guys. Coachability is the best ability. You can be coachable, we can put you in. Now, following up with that, we are going to put out a depth chart going into Monday so everybody kind of knows where they stand. Okay? How is a depth chart written?
Pencil.
Pencil. Put yourself in pen at some point. All right? It's in pencil. Because when we get back next week, it's going to be pencilable. When we see who can hit, who's going to run to the ball, who's going to be enthusiastic, those are the guys we need playing for our team. Everybody understand that?
Sure.
This year is going to go fast. Just like as you watch your own kids grow up, it feels like Joe in England and Luke Weimer and all these kids have been here forever. But this is going to be our last time to enjoy our fall season together. So with all of these seniors that we have, from Matt Carpenter, Josh Shelton, Josh Brandenberry, I mean, whoever it may be, it's our opportunity to enjoy 6 months with them and just take it all in.
The team, I told them today, the team takes on the personality of their senior class, and I think these seniors are starting to figure it out. They're starting to be leaders, and that comes with fall camp and July practices, and hopefully we'll be there by our first game. And if not, we're going to pay the price for it. But I have confidence that Coach Brungard and the rest of the staff will have these seniors ready to go, and the seniors have the team ready to go. We do a pretty good job at that.
I thought about it a lot, actually. I know last year I didn't. I just let's just get through this. But now I'm actually realizing that this is going to be my last high school football career ever, and no one can get it back. So I'm really trying to embrace it, have fun with my friends, and just trying to really hard just to memorize this moment, because it's going to be the last.
Guys like England, Al, and Joe, I want it to be a great season for them. I want to make a deep run, if not win the state championship, make it something memorable for them.
We count it off, we think about 10 guys who could probably go play collegiate, or 6 that have collegiate opportunities. And this team could be really good. Any team could be really good with the right coaching and the right fit, but it's undeniable. We have the talent, we're willing to put in the work, we got the grit, we listen, we get after it in practice. I mean, it's just not really much you can beat right there.
Family on 3! 1, 2, 3, family!